Last week, all of the news headlines touted how we had the largest weekly move in over 11 years. And actually, the Dow had its largest daily gain since 1932. But every time that we've seen moves like this, explosive moves to the upside, it's been in the midst of a bear market rally. And actually, we're still on track to have our worst month since 2008. So although last week provided some much needed relief to the market sell-off that we're experiencing, we still feel like there's volatile times ahead. Last week we saw some truly historic numbers from the market. As the S&P 500 was up over 10%, the Dow Jones was up almost 13%, and the Nasdaq was up over 9%. The Nasdaq is leading the way and has now cut its losses and is only down 16% for the year. Moving on to foreign and emerging stocks, foreign was up over 12% for the week, and emerging was the lagger, only up 6%. Still, emerging markets and foreign stocks are both down over 20% year to date.
Good morning, everybody. Mike Tedeschi, Wealth Management Advisor over at Perspective Wealth Planning with this week's chart breakdown for you guys. I wanted to first start and take a look at the New York Composite Index, which is the sum total of all the stocks that are trading on the New York Stock Exchange. And what we'll notice is we have clearly gone below that 2018 low. And we actually fell all the way below the 2016 low. The New York Composite Index, the sum total of all the stocks together, is much weaker than the S&P 500, which basically has bounced back up above the 2018 low. So last week we saw a very strong bounce, but we still have not cleared over that 2018 low. That's going to be the key level that we're going to pay attention to. And if we back this chart up to a monthly basis, if we were to lose last week's low, the next zone of support for the New York Stock Exchange is actually that 63.40 level. Those are going to be what we're going to watch moving forward. I also wanted to talk about oil once again. Oil last week did not participate in the bounce at all. This is last week's oil candle. It's actually red on the week. So even though stocks had a huge zoom up off the bottom, a beautiful bounce, oil did not follow suit, which is very concerning for us for the health of the overall stock market. It's something we're going to continue to pay attention to. In fact, oil last night traded down to $19 a barrel, and that is approaching 20-year lows, which was put in back in 2001 at $17.12 a barrel. So we're going to pay very close attention to what's going on over here with oil as well.
The first news story that I wanted to cover was weekly jobless numbers. And we said last week that we heard rumors between 2 million to 4 million people were going to lose their jobs. And unfortunately, those rumors came true, as 3.3 million people filed for unemployment last week. Now, to put that number into perspective, the other largest number that we've seen is at 700,000. So this is over 5 times more than the largest number in history. The second news story that I wanted to cover was just some updated notes on the coronavirus here in the United States. Currently, we're sitting at 140,000 cases, over 2,400 deaths, and New York City continues to be the epicenter with over 60,000 cases. Last night, President Trump also announced that he's going to be pushing back social distancing to April 30th, citing that the worst thing you could do is to declare victory before that victory is actually won. The last thing that I wanted to cover was the $2.2 trillion stimulus relief bill that was put into place last week. And the first thing from that bill that I'd like to cover is the refund checks that are going to be sent out. Every individual is going to receive $1,200. And children under the age of 17 will receive $500. Now, there are some income restrictions that are in place. Those income thresholds start at $150,000 for married filing jointly, and for single filers it's at $75,000. And also, once you get over those thresholds, it's a scalable amount that you're going to lose. So for example, if you're a single filer and you make $80,000, you're going to lose $50 for every $1,000 that you go over that limit. So in that example, you're going to be losing $250 from your $1,200 check. The only thing that you need to do to be eligible to receive your check is to have a work-eligible Social Security number. The second thing that I wanted to cover was coronavirus-related distributions from retirement accounts. the government has put in place that you can take out $100,000 from your current IRA or retirement plan without receiving the 10% early hardship withdrawal penalties. Also, you can claim that income over a 3-year period, and also you can repay it back over a 3-year period versus the normal 60 days. And the last thing that I wanted to cover was changes to unemployment. Unemployment is being bumped up by $600 per week. And also, they're going to be waiving the 1-week waiting period so you can start receiving unemployment earlier. Also, it's being extended by an additional 13 weeks. As always, thanks for watching, everyone, and if you find our content valuable, please share it. Also, make sure you don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos.